Am I freaking... I'm losing it? Do you like underrated indie horror games? Then do I have the game for you. YouTube, it's your boy Chris Anthony back at it again with another banger for your head top. Now let me show you the world of Sylvio Black Waters. This is the third installment of the Sylvio series, with the nice change of scenery bringing it to space, obviously comparing it to Sylvio and Sylvio 2. It's developed by the team over at Strobocop, who gifted me with the game so I can leave this review for you guys. So let's talk about it, starting with the graphics / atmosphere. Sticking with the visual style of the first two installments, it may not be the most groundbreaking graphics, but it's a small dev team that does amazing with what they're given. The atmosphere and sound design paired with a perfect soundtrack enhances the experience. So though it may not be the most visually stunning, it's an enjoyable experience for the eyes and the ears, which leads to the graphics and atmosphere coming in at a 7 out of 10 Puti Fritos. Now, let's move on to the gameplay. The gameplay is actually really good, with only 2 negatives for me. I honestly really didn't like the transitions between each chapter. This entire riding the bike scene just felt like a waste of time. The level design while in combat was my only other gripe, where sometimes the fighting felt like too much enemies back to back to back to back to back. You get my point. Outside of that though, the gameplay was great, from the puzzles to the way you get all the pieces to the story, the extra puzzles used to light the path, and yes, even the combat was good. They kept it very simple and to the point, which I enjoyed. So the gameplay is gonna come in at a 7 out of 10 Puti Fritos as well. Now it's time for the story. This is by far my favorite part of this game. The way they start you off not knowing a thing and trying to figure it all out, to learning more and more each level you progressed. It was like the entire game was meant to be a puzzle to solve. You gathered more and more information from the anomalies, and those anomalies spoke to you through a watch, that by the end, you are tasked with deciphering the entire message that the anomalies left you. And once you do, it's time to escape the nightmare of a planet that you discovered. And the black waters don't consume you. The way they pieced it all together made the game so enjoyable, giving the story an 8 out of 10 Puti Fritos. And last but not least, it's time for the overall. Now the game is not perfect, but it's enjoyable in all aspects to me, personally. It made me want to go back and check out the rest of the catalog from this dev team, coming in at an overall score of 7.5 out of 10 Puti Fritos. This series might be one of the most underrated indie titles I've played in a long time. I would highly recommend to not only check out this game, but the ones before it. And if you liked the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and sub to the channel if you want more indie game reviews. That's it from me, signing out. I'm Chris Anthony, your indie guide, and you know the vibes, baby. Yeah.